The power of kindness. In the heart of a bustling city filled with clamor, concrete, and hurried lives, there lived a young woman named Mira. She worked as a barista in a small corner cafe called the Roasted Bean. The cafe was nothing special to most, just another stop on a commuter's route. But to Mira, it was a world of stories, smiles, and the subtle magic of warm drinks on cold days. Mira didn't have much. She rented a tiny apartment, rode an old bike to work, and barely scraped by each month. But she possessed something rare, a heart that overflowed with kindness. She knew every customer by name, remembered their favorite orders, and never let anyone leave without a genuine smile. One rainy Tuesday morning, a disheveled man walked into the cafe. His coat was tattered, and his eyes were weary. Mira greeted him warmly. "Welcome to the Roasted Bean. Would you like something warm today?" The man hesitated. I don't have any money." Mira smiled gently. "That's all right. Coffee's on the house today." He stared at her, surprised. "Why?" "Because everyone deserves a warm start," she replied. He accepted the coffee, muttered a grateful thank you, and sat quietly in the corner. Mira didn't ask for his story, nor did she expect anything in return. Days passed. The man returned once or twice, each time cleaner, a bit more confident. Eventually, he stopped coming. Mira didn't think much of it. She had hundreds of customers to serve, and dozens of small kindnesses to offer. Months later, a letter arrived at the cafe. There was no return address. Inside was a typed note. "Dear Mira, you saved my life. The day I walked into your cafe, I was ready to end everything. I had lost my job, my home, and all hope. But your kindness, it reminded me that not everyone had turned away. That maybe I still mattered." I took the coffee, and with it, the courage to try again. I got help, I found a shelter, and now I'm working again. It's not much, but it's a start. I've enclosed a donation for your cafe. Use it however you see fit. Thank you for seeing me. Yours in gratitude, James. Enclosed was a check for 10-0. Mira sat down, stunned. She never imagined that one cup of coffee could carry so much weight. But that was the thing about kindness. It was like a seed, small, often unnoticed, but with the power to break through the hardest ground and bloom into something life-changing. With the money, Mira started a Kind Cup program. Any customer could donate $1 to prepay for a drink for someone in need. She also started offering free pastries from unsold batches to the nearby shelter. The cafe became known not just for its coffee, but for its heart. The ripple of kindness began to spread. One woman, touched by the program, started leaving handwritten notes of encouragement around the city. A teenager began tutoring younger kids after school. A corporate worker funded winter coats for the homeless. Years passed, and Mira's little cafe became a quiet revolution of warmth and compassion. The local news caught wind of it, then national networks. Eventually, a philanthropist offered to fund Mira to open more cafes under the same model. She hesitated at first, worried it would lose its soul. But she realized something important. Kindness, when genuine, scales not by size, but by sincerity. Today, there are more than 100 Kind Cup cafes across the country, each one with a board full of thank you notes, a donation jar, and a promise. One small kindness can change a life. Mira still works at the original cafe. She still remembers names, greets everyone with a smile, and offers coffee to those who can't afford it. Because she knows that the true power of kindness isn't in grand gestures or headlines. It's in the quiet, unseen moments that tell someone, you matter. And sometimes, that's enough to save a life.